As Wichita Falls police continue to investigate the city's latest fatal crash, concerns among citizens about the location of the crash are rising.
Wichita Falls set a new record for fatality crashes in 2022 this year. The most recent happened at Shepherd Access and Iowa Park Roads, where wrecks are not that uncommon. Digital reporter Josh Harger joins us now. He spoke with city officials about that intersection today. Josh.
Yeah, guys, police are still investigating this fatal crash that happened right before Christmas Eve, and it's the latest in what has proved to be the deadliest year for Wichita Falls roads at one of the deadliest intersections in the entire city.
We've had several serious accidents over the years, and in addition, we've had some fatalities.
The intersection of Old Iowa Park Road and Shepherd Access Road has become one of the most dangerous in Wichita Falls, with 4 fatal crashes in the last 5 years alone.
That's what concerns me most about Shepherd Access and Iowa Park, because there has been a history not only at that intersection, but other places on Shepherd Access as well.
The city's transportation director, John Burris, said they've already spent over $160,000 trying to make the intersection safer.
And we've installed streetlights or illumination on that stretch of roadway. We then came back several years after that, and we put the flashing red beacons up on top of the stop signs.
But even with all those improvements, fatal crashes are still happening.
We've got to see what extenuating factors were at play at that time as well. If that's the case, and I'm not saying it is the case, but if that's the case, it really kind of limits what we can even do to have prevented this accident.
The transportation department won't know which way to go until police have concluded their investigation into this crash.
Once we get that information, then we can kind of start working with it and see what we can do to make further improvements. We'll work with our peers at TxDOT to see what we can do.
And this is just the latest crash in what has become the most fatal for the roads of Wichita Falls. It's something Burris says is a first in his career with the city.
This has been a crazy year. I mean, we've had, what, 21 fatalities this year, and in my 30+ years with this city, I've never seen anything like this.
But there seems to be a common thread that runs between all of these fatal crashes.
One of the big things that we see when we go back and review these accidents, driver inattention is number one. Speed usually plays a factor in it as well.
Burris is hopeful that in the new year, Wichita Falls can leave this trend of traffic fatalities in the rearview mirror.
I'm hoping with 2023 coming up, we can get people to slow down a little bit, get off their cell phones, and be conscious of their surroundings.
But safer driving is the only way to ensure that actually happens.
The big thing, again, we've got to push this. Slow down and pay attention to what you're doing behind the wheel.
Now, Burris said if any improvements can be made, the city certainly will, but those do come on a case-by-case basis. And as Burris said, every single case of a fatal crash this year, driver error was a factor. Of course, once the WFPD concludes their investigation, we'll let you know what they found. So check for updates on social media and, of course, on our website, Texomashomepage.com.
Okay, Josh, thank you so much for breaking that down for us.